sweet silver bells all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, that is the song with joyful ring, all caroling. One seems to hear words of good cheer from everywhere, filling the air. Oh, how they bound, raising their sound. Oh, hill and dale, telling the tale. Gaily they ring, while people sing songs of good cheer. Christmas is here. Merry, 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 merry Christmas. Merry, merry, merry Christmas. All listened, all without end, their joyful tone to every home. Hark how the bells, sweet silver bells, all seem to say, throw cares away. Christmas is here, bringing good cheer to young and old, meek and the bold. Ding dong, ding dong.
Hello my friends, welcome back to Vlogmas. It's a microwave. I reheated my tea because I let it get cold. I'm trying to find a good spot to film in my kitchen with this harsh overhead lighting, and like there just isn't one. It's the nighttime, okay? It's the nighttime. I was late getting this filmed, mostly because I haven't been reading a ton. Let me go grab it. Let's journey over here. Here's the tea. I've been reading The Bear and the Nightingale with Jesson. We're doing a buddy read of this. And so we've been like doing it in chunks, just like 4 chapters at a time, and then we will talk about it and then we'll read another 4 chapters. So now I am about to start chapter 9 to get to the next chapters. And I adore this book. This is a reread for me. This is probably one of my favorite fantasy books that I've ever read. It's Russian mythology. It's about a frost demon, and it's about a bear and a nightingale. I know, right? Like, it's just so magical and so atmospheric, and I think it is just like, I'm so sorry, the perfect winter read. And I think this is also a really accessible fantasy because the writing is pretty straightforward. It's very spare prose, but also like meaningful. She's a very great, in my opinion, fantasy world builder writer. Like, she doesn't do info dumping at all. She reveals bits and pieces of the magic in the world with characters intertwined, so it's never anything that feels like you're just getting a ton of info and you're losing interest and you're bored. I feel like this is just such great storytelling. I just love it so much. So this clip is just going to be short because it's late and I am working on some tumbles at my kitchen counter. So that's all I'm going to update you on for the book that I'm reading. And then let's taste the tea. So this is cherry marzipan. Oh my gosh. I should not be allowed to film at night when I don't know where the lighting... Okay, that's pretty okay. That's pretty okay. Cherry marzipan oolong. That's very good. It's very, like, flowery, but it's good. It's a good one. I really like this flavor, actually. It's one of my favorites. I love marzipan, and, like, it's almond, which is close to cherry, so it's super good. It's my favorite. Also, I have a new sweatshirt. It's just a boring, oversized tan one, but I love it. Okay, I'll check in with y'all tomorrow with hopefully more to talk about book-wise. Thanks for coming back for another Vlogmas episode. Sorry about the roundabout kitchen tour.
you how much.
Hello, welcome to Vlogmas.
Hi.
Me and my son are gonna go Christmas shopping at Barnes & Noble, but of course we're also maybe gonna get Mom a book, right?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably.
Yeah, we're gonna go book shopping now.
I have to think of a new present for you because you saw my last one.
Okay, we just got back in the car. I was just talking to my phone thinking I was recording for about 2 minutes. It's fine. But we got birthday gifts for my oldest son. We're going to have cake with him this weekend, hopefully. And of course, I picked myself up a book. My youngest boy here, who has declined my request to appear on camera, has said that he didn't want a book. So what are you going to do? So this is a fantasy romance, and the only thing I really know about this, other than it's wintry, which, I mean, I'm picking that up from the cover, so, is that this lady is the TikTok lady who is always doing those TikToks about turning her husband into a fictional man, which are so funny and hilarious. And so I've been very, very curious to read this. I've seen this at Barnes & Noble for the last couple times when I've gone in there, because it's like right next to the Game of Thrones books. And I'm always like, I'm tempted to pick that up, but what if I don't like it? It's a big fat hardcover, and it was kind of, I mean, it's a hardcover price, but I just felt like treating myself today in December, so I did. So I'm excited about this one. I really hope it's good. I know I talked to Jess from Peace Love Books because when she started reading it, and she's like, it's a little slow, but I haven't heard her final thoughts on it. I wanted to ask, but I didn't want to be like pushy if she was saving them for a video, so hopefully I didn't make a mistake and that I actually end up enjoying this. And if I don't enjoy it, at least I will have had an experience of reading a TikTok author book, because I don't think, I mean, she probably was a writer before she became like TikTok famous, but it'll be interesting to read it. So all right, we're heading out to my mom's today, and I'll take you along and maybe get some B-roll for that. See you in a bit.
Up over Mars, you trim a tree, I put up a star. I wear a sweater, it's down to my knees, and you will kiss the freckles on both of my cheeks, and we will sing our own Christmas song.
Hello friends. Hello. Look, this is not an ideal filming location. However, the day is getting away from me and I gotta get this vlog done so I have a video to post tomorrow, because like this week has been a lot. I'm sure it has been a lot for a lot of you also, but it's just, you know, me falling behind on everything. So there's like a sun glare right here I'm trying to block with my arm so that you can actually see me. Anyway, I'm about to head into the gym. I have my pre-workout right here handy. And I just wanted to update you on some books I've been reading. So obviously I'm still reading The Bear and the Nightingale, and I have had so many great discussions with Jessen about this book, but I'm not quite sure. I'm only on like, this is not working very well. This is not working very well. There we go. Nope. There we go. I'll just say it like this. So this book is doing something that I think is okay. Back up. Rewind. When I first read this book, I read it in 2019, and at the time I was very much a reader who was only reading for entertainment. You know, like for years and years and years, I was only reading for entertainment value, which I think that's wonderful. You know, I loved doing that. Since I started my BookTube channel, I've really gotten back to being more analytical and more critical of the books that I'm reading and really trying to like break them apart, and I'm finding so much fun and joy in doing that. Like, that's where I'm happy right now. But that's not how I always read, but that's definitely something that was apparent since I started my channel, but I think specifically in this year it's grown even more, and I'm like very proud of that, and I'm also very happy about that. So it's been a very interesting experience for me to go back and read The Bear and the Nightingale, because when I originally read it, I rated it 4 stars. And like I said, I only read this in 2019, and that's not very much time difference. It's just, anyway. And I remember really enjoying it, but not feeling like it was a 5-star book. So this time that I'm reading this, I feel like, as someone who is reading it for more than entertainment value, someone who's like trying to break it apart and see how she's constructing her story, and if there is a message she's trying to share, and what is it. And I think that I have noticed a few things that are very, very apparent in that she definitely is trying to share a message while she's telling a story, and I think that it's working perfectly. That's something that I mentioned in a few vlogs back, where I don't love books that feel didactic, that feel like they are preaching to you, that feel like they are coming with a moral lesson to share. I think we can all recognize that when we see it, and I think that it probably reminds us of like grade school, you know, those type of books that people think are great for kids to read because they have a strong moral lesson. So it's been very interesting to read this and see that she's very much talking about like power systems. Like, a specific one is the priest in this story. So this is very much like Christianity versus the old world traditions, versus like the mythology versus the creatures of the land at the time. And I really have been fascinated with how deftly she's portraying this priest to be a villain in very subtle ways. She's never, ever, ever coming straight across and telling you, you know, he lusts after her or he wants to control her, but that's exactly what he's doing, and it's very apparent in very subtle ways. Like, he notices her hair and how shiny it is and how it might feel, you know, which makes me think that, oh, obviously he's attracted to her. And then it continues to go deeper into how he feels about her appearance and how that affects him, and the struggle that he has as a priest, and seeing Vasya, the heroine, as someone who is wild and carefree, and he thinks that she should be this woman who is very contained and meek and submissive. You can see that his distaste for that aspect of her is very much at odds with his desire for her. And obviously that's not a new concept. We come across that in movies and fiction all the time, that is something that a man like that sees a woman who is carefree, wants to tame her and control her. And that's exactly what's happening here. So when we're at the beginning of the story, which is going to be Vasya's journey, it's looking at this mystical world. That seems like not the perfect word choice. Mystical, it's not mystical, it's natural, but it's magical. And sort of at odds, battling with the themes of Christianity coming over. And I think it's also very interesting because there's just so much to talk about this. Like, where Vasya is talking about with the priest, has a conversation with him where she's upset, and she's like, why do you get to tell us what to do? Why do you get to speak for God to us? We're doing just fine without you. Why can't we leave Brett out for the Domovoy. You know, like it's just so good. I know I'm probably rambling all over the place. I feel like I literally could discuss every single chapter in this book. Her writing is very spare. I don't necessarily feel like it's poetic at this point, although she is doing what I really like that I noticed Sophie Lark does too, where she has, like, the writing style feels similar to what Sophie wrote in Anastasia, where it feels fairy tale-esque, but it also has a feeling of being very cultivated and not overly flowery, but then there will be a few sentences that are just deeply beautiful, hauntingly poetic and meaningful, and I just really, really love that. I think the characters are very well developed. I think the author is excellent at pacing this, giving you just enough information to sort of whet your appetite for what is happening while always leaving you intrigued about what's going to happen next and what's happening with this element and what's happening with this element. And it's just fantastic. I just love this book so freaking much. And it's just interesting to me looking at the reviews on this and seeing how so many people, some people rate it really, really high and some people rate it really, really low. And it just always, I always find that interesting, the disparity in people's opinion and what they take away from a book and how different mine is. And how different mine is over time. That's just been fascinating. So I love this book. It's just absolutely beautiful and stunning, and it's just absolutely fantastically written. Just a piece of art. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this clip here. I know I haven't tasted tea. I have 2 days of tea tasting that I will do tonight and share those with you, and then that may be all I'll include for this vlog. So thank you for watching, and I will be back with the tea tastings for sure because I got 2 days to catch up on. So thanks for joining, and thanks for listening to me ramble. Thank you for watching the B-roll of me and my family, and yeah, hope you all are having a great holiday season. I will see you in a bit. Okay, I forgot to set my tea timer, so I don't know how long these have been steeping, but we're gonna go ahead and taste them. I do that all the time. I forget to set the timer for the tea, and then it just like sits in there indefinitely. But usually for you guys, I'm pretty good about doing it right on time. So okay, so this one is white tangerine, which sounds very interesting. I don't know if I let this steep long enough because it's pretty mild. You do get a hint of tangerine, though. There are people outside, and Kazi is not happy about it, so... Okay, this one is almond cardamom cake. I like this. That's really good. I like the cardamom background spice. Don't mind Kazi. I really like the cardamom background spice in that tea. It's very, very good. Like, that one is seriously... That one is very good. I really like this one a lot. I'm gonna have to try and find this one. This one is probably one of my favorites I've had. Almond cardamom cake. White tangerine was okay. It's a fun, light tea, which I like. So. Alright. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all in my next video.